Hello there, I'm the student and this is my fourth and last video in the video series of very interesting game mechanics, and today I'm going to talk about exploiting the AI and exploiting the AI subjects, or to be exact. So a little example before we go into the interesting stuff. We are in as France, and that's because we have a lot of subjects, obviously. And we are going to have a look on Orléans first. Orléans, as you can see, has its own traditions, which is Orleanese traditions for 10% global trade power and 20% fort defense. And this is just a little example, because if you would be at war right now and occupy some provinces over here, for example, let's just say we declare war on England and we do control 168. I misspelled that over there. So now let's say we occupied that 4 over here. What you'll notice is that I'm having obviously 12%, because I'm technically having luck because I didn't start as Denmark this campaign, but yeah, a player nation would have 2%, obviously, in IMN mode. So 2% fort defense, and what actually can you do about that? And that's very easily give it to Orléans. And that's just a really simple example for exploiting the AI and using their mechanics to your advantage. So as you can see, they now have 20% fort defense, and for that matter, you can do this without the through the game if your subject gets defensive ideas or something. So what I want you to do is basically use the AI via their subject ideas and traditions and missions, and at that point we are going to another country actually, so we'll see you when I set it up. So I finished the war with the English real quick, and what I want to talk about is the nation of Provence, for example, because you can do this literally as any nation in the beginning of the game, because as you can see, Provence has a pretty strong mission tree. So let me just show you that. Slice Provence. And now obviously you can see the missions of your subjects over here, and if you click on that, you'll notice that if Provence finishes this mission over here, having 100 development or owning Corsica, then they get cores on all of the regions of Naples, and that's because they are still under a personal union with Aragon. So in this patch, actually, what often happens is that after they become independent, Castile or Aragon go back in and PU them again. So Naples is quite often a PU in this patch. So what you can just do is, you can just, for example, feed them land. You wouldn't obviously do this with your own land, but you can probably also feed them like the Brittany or something. And what happens now is they are able to click that mission in a second, and there we go. And what you'll notice is that now your subject of Provence has full cores on all of Naples. And you can now go in and use the Reconquest CB on all of those provinces. So basically no AE for really valuable provinces in Italy, and really a lot of them. So that is just another example for how you can exploit the AI, but yeah, let me just show you a little more interesting stuff in a second. Okay, we are now in as England for the next example, and the next example is Bohemia here. And as you can see, Bohemia is in a regency basically, which is a scripted regency. And this regency ends only through an event, same manner as Poland over here. But the difference is actually that the Bohemian event, I might just show you it over here right now. You will notice that the Bohemian event to resolve this regency is only able to trigger after 2 years into the game, so 1446. And even then, the mean time of happening is like more than 1 year, I think. So this means that Bohemia basically is sitting on average around 3 years on this regency. And we are in as England because, yeah, obviously you can exploit the AI Bohemia by that as the player, and to do that we just need a royal marriage. There we go. Now we'll make a royal marriage with Bohemia, and I'm going to let this game run a little bit and I'll show you what happens very soon actually. Okay, so I had to wait less than 1 year actually, and as you can see over there, Bohemia's regency resolved. I'm actually not sure if it happens if the regency dies, because he was like 61 years old, I think, or if it just happens anyways, but yeah, it seems that it works with literally every dynasty, which has obviously the most development out of their royal marriage, gets their dynasty on the throne. So I got my dynasty on Bohemian throne right now, and I just need more prestige than they have, which I'm going to take right now. There we go. We are going to claim the throne, and in 1 month we can actually go in and take the capital of Bohemia. And Austria wouldn't even join because they are a rival to Bohemia, but even if they would join, it wouldn't matter because it's an extremely strong thing. But that's obviously not all. We can just switch perspective real quick to Bohemia, and the same thing, you can also abuse the other AI nations as Bohemia if you play as Bohemia, because you can basically decide which dynasty would you want to have on your throne. You can literally take any dynasty. All you have to do is take a royal marriage with that nation, and in the event don't take the Hussite regent. And then basically you are that dynasty that you've chosen. And as you can see, we are right now a Lancaster, which is not ideal because they get the War of Roses and stuff, but you can do the same thing with France, for example, and or with Castile or Aragon to get the Trastamara on the throne. And after you got that, you obviously be able to PU them later in the game, and you'll be able to do that even without kicking all your heirs all the time and getting a random guy for 2 step hits after your king dies without an heir or something. No, you can just do this right from the beginning of the game, and you would be Lancaster or Valois if you made a royal marriage with France, or de Trastamara if you were to make a royal marriage with Aragon or something. You can do obviously from Habsburg if you would want to do that, but yeah, so all of that is possible as Bohemia, and another exploit of the AI nations. But let me just show you what the real OP thing is about exploiting the AI nations now. So as you can see, we switched to the tech of Denmark, and it's the same game still, but doesn't matter because we are now playing as Denmark, and as you can see, I fed Denmark with a few provinces over here in Iron Man mode, obviously conquering all of those provinces wouldn't be difficult at all. And yeah, what you'll notice that those provinces are all provinces that you literally need to form Russia. You just need Novgorod and Moscow, or Moscow in this case. And you need Tver or Yaroslav, and Vladimir or Nizhny Novgorod, and Ryazan or Smolensk. And as you can see, all of the provinces needed are in my control, so I could theoretically now form Russia. But the topic of the video is exploiting the AI, and actually there is a lot of things going on if you have an AI Russia under your control. And how you can do that, actually, I'm going to show you right now. First of all, we're going to tech 10, obviously, or tech 7 would have been enough, actually. So we are on 13 right now, but doesn't matter. And what we are going to do right now is we're going to release the nation of Tver as Muscovite Orthodox, and we are releasing them as subjects. Obviously, you could convert all of that to your religion first, and then it would be your religion vassal. In Iron Man, you would probably do that. But right now, to show it, it doesn't really matter. So you release Tver as vassal, and what you're going to do is now I'm going to feed them all the provinces that they need to form Russia. And yeah, there we go. And as you can see, the vessels overtake your tech level, so they are also at least tech 10, so they can form Russia right now. As you can see, they have a Rurikovich on their throne. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place a relative on the throne of Tver, and as you can see, is now from Wittelsbach, and he has also an heir that is like a 50-50 chance, and it seems that if they have an heir or not. In this case, they have a weak claim, so it doesn't really matter actually. And what you would do in this case right now is you would wait until the truce is over, and then you would break the vassalization over here. You can also do this obviously a little bit faster if you like, for example, declare on Gotland over here. We can do this real quick. Okay, let's just do win wars so that we won everything. Let's just wait 1 month so that we can offer them a peace deal, and there we go. Now I'm going to offer them a tribute, and I'm going to offer them to cancel Tver over here, so we don't have to wait until the truce is over. We've got a new truce over there right now. But yeah, anyways, so now Tver is independence. They have von Wittelsbach on the throne, and yeah, they are on tech 13, and they own all provinces to form Russia, which they are now going to do. In a second. There we go, they formed Russia. And as you can see, it's now a Russian Tsardom with von Wittelsbach as their primary dynasty. And what you can do right now is you can just go in and PU them. Obviously they are hating me right now because we abandoned them, but if you improve relations before with them and did all that stuff, and if they were the same religion, it wouldn't be that bad actually. And as you can see, it's going down 4.5 yearly, so after the truce is over in 15 years, it's going to be almost gone. And yeah, at this stage you can then get a royal marriage and claim their throne actually. So let's just do that real quick. Prestige 100. Yes, man. And get a royal marriage with them and claim their throne afterwards. So there we go, claim their throne. And so as you can see, I use the date command and change the date so that we don't have a truce anymore. And yeah, obviously you would have to wait until they don't have an heir or until they have a weak claim, but yeah, that shouldn't be a problem actually at all. And yeah, we are going to go in. We can even call our allies, doesn't matter. And we are going to go in. We have still win wars enabled. That's why I wait 1 month, and then I'm going to peace them out and take the union with Russia over there. And now I have actually an AI Russia as a PU, and I did that without any RNG, without any waiting for Muscovy to form Russia or something. I did this all by myself with feeding a vassal, getting my dynasty on their throne, releasing them, let them form Russia, and then PU Russia. And if you've seen the first video, I think, on this channel for the Siberian frontier, the first video on this in this series rather, then you notice that the Siberian frontier of Russia, of the Russian ideas over there, that they are actually extremely strong. And if you've seen the last video, the third out of 4 of this series, then you should know that you can actually uncolonize every province in the world by releasing a vassal that is a tribe and feeding them land to them, so it becomes uncolonized. If you want to watch that video, you should do that before to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, use notice what this is all about. Obviously, you can now, yeah, just if they were loyal, so let's just do that and def them a few times. There we go. Now they're loyal. And what you can do right now is you can enforce the culture on them, which I need more points for, but there we go. You can, obviously you would have enforced religion on them earlier and stuff, but yeah, whatever. I can enforce culture on them, and now they have, actually their primary culture is not Muscovite anymore. We can go into the tag a little bit, just right there. As you can see, their primary culture is Danish. And if they use a Siberian frontier right now, so let's just say integrate, what is that, Moscow and Kazan. So if they use a Siberian frontier over here, but I let the AI do that actually. So as you can see, they can use the Siberian frontier, and they did that. And what I wanted to show you with that is basically the maximum amount that you can exploit a subject if you are able to use the subject's mana generation, which is in that case, because it's a personal union, the same as you have. When you can use the subject's mana generation to expand your culture and your religion, if you would have converted them, to the world. And actually you cannot only use that for Siberia, obviously, that would be also quite nice, or having all this converted by mana generation that is just there. It doesn't hurt you or something, it doesn't hurt you in any case. But you can also do that with releasing tribal vassals, feeding them land, as I did in my last video, and making all of that uncolonized. And let me just do that and show you what happens then. So I'm in a war with some tribe in North America over there, and I'm going to offer them to release Odoyev over there, which I integrated through the command. And as you can see, they are a tribe. Let me just wait until they choose the government reforms. Yeah, I gave myself a little bit of reform progress so that I have 4 government reforms taken, so they can take 4 as well. Let me just wait until they do that. Martial traditions. Now they should take the one where they decide to be a tribe, and that's the 4th one over there. If you want to know details about that mechanic, please watch my last video. I'm explaining that in detail, but right now I'm going to just go and vassalize them, and I'm going to feed them land on the border of Russia, actually. Over there, over there, over there. And before I do that, first of all, as you can see, it's Ryazanian and Belarusian culture over here. And yeah, it is already Orthodox, but doesn't matter. So I wait right now. It is uncolonized now. And let me just see what our AI subject does with their mana generation now. Okay, so it took the AI a while to establish that, but they did it right now, and as you can see, they use Siberian frontiers with their mana generation on the provinces that were like Ryazanian culture and Belarusian culture over here, to basically culture convert that for your culture. And if you enforce religion on them, they would also be just converting it for you, right? So you use not even your own mana generation to do that, but you're using the subject's mana generation to help you convert those provinces. And you won't even have to annex them like diplomatically or something. You can just abandon them in the age of yeah, absolutism, when you have the imperialism and nationalism CBs, and then you can just go in with nationalism and conquer that and core that within 6 months, because it's you will have like a little. Because you'll probably have like admin ideas and maybe a little core creation bonuses from your national ideas or from your religion or something. So it will, and it is obviously your primary culture, which means that it takes way shorter to core, and it is basically no cost to take it if you use the nationalism CB. So yeah, you don't even have to pay Diplo points for that. You can just conquer it and it won't hurt you at all. And what is the most important thing about that is that it saves you a very important mana generation, and it saves you a lot of time, which is one of the most important things if you try to do like one culture or one faith. And yeah. That is what I want to show you, and I hope that you test a little bit around with that, and I hope that you implement using subjects, not especially like this, but also as what I showed you with France and stuff, and with Provence. I hope that you yeah, try to implement that into your game, because I think that would be a lot of fun and a lot of efficiency actually for your gameplay, and you're going to have fun, I'm pretty sure. So let me just see what that could do, and I'm going to upload a next video on in the next days, where I'm going to show you my game plan on the grand campaign, where I'm going to use all of the 4 videos in this video series and their mechanics to my advantage, and to do a quite interesting and fun and a little bit memey gameplay. And yeah, you can be excited for that, because I'm as well, and we'll see until then.